Oh, wow. Go to the lift to see another guy. I know, I just had to regroup myself after the Patriots lost. In fact, I was laying on the floor outside, and I'm not happy. And the reason why I'm holding a stick because selfie stick is broke. And come on, best store seller from eBay, you're supposed to send me a new one just as good as that old. This one I got, I in fact made a big video. I ran into these so-called homeless, these people that came down from Canada. I don't know what the problem was, but Dunkin' Donuts sold it to me for $10. Lasted, thank you. Well, I enjoyed it for the past 4 months, but this is what it occurred. So I need one with the Bluetooth or without it. I am pissed off. Alright, I am totally pissed off. Not at the New England Patriots. I know it's a time for a dip. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be always on the rise, and I got to look like this. I got to, because if I want to beat up everybody, I sort of still want to have some kind of appeal. And that's just my insecurity. But one thing I would say is that Pats fans, since this is broken, I'm going to use it as a pointing stick. You ought to be ashamed. You ought to be ashamed, the New England Patriots fans. You became patsies. The broadcaster, I know the season openers against the Chiefs, I told you so. I was not going to pick the Patriots and give away 8 points. Why? Because for one thing, you know, Andy Reid, he's possessed. All right, because he wants to become a Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick is not God. Because if it wasn't for me, what have you done for me, New England Patriots? I've been rooting for you since I guess when Bill Parcells came to sing. I'm serious. At that time, I didn't have a YouTube channel, but I sacrificed my other YouTube channel because I was doing this little, Patriots squish the fish. And then some idiot from YouTube, this Yenny, just shut my channel down. I never got one ticket, not season ticket, not congratulations or whatever, thank you for polling for the Patriots. I made a song, a rap song. I was just telling my friend Paul, last night at an oyster bar, oyster house. Thank you for the oysters. Yeah, I feel like all bottle up energetic. I got to take it out on somebody, but if it's not you, it's gonna be him. So I figure, oh well, he'll get my wrath later. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Not one ticket from Robert Kraft, and I made one song on my own dime every freaking game. I think it was like 2007. I'm not a bandwagoner. You have to understand that I was married into the mob. My ex-husband, in fact, didn't run into. I don't know why I ran into everybody at the beach. So this was in Hawaii. Met Greg Monk at the beach diving. Might have been the worst thing in my whole life. I married the guy. All right, night diving, freaking almost drowned. But the guy had a fish. It's a long story. The guy that supposedly, I don't want to sound like a dog. Okay, I know it's not so sexy, but whatever. You just can't have everything. I can't be talking like this and also to be high like this at the same time. So you just have to put up with it. Greg Monk. No, if you're listening, I don't think so. I don't think he cares to ever see me again. This is what happens. When you're in love, you know, I guess love conquers all or whatever. It's not really love because 10 years later, 10 years ago, he's freaking like, begging on his knees at the door, bringing me little char-siu bao, leaving because I was mad about something. And he would bring little char-siu bao and the dim sum stuff. Dim sum is the Chinese little rice cakes. Okay, if you didn't know that, I was into it. Not anymore. He would leave them at my door and then run off, and then hide and see if I open the door and I get the little bag and I slam it. I just go dim sum and rice cakes and all that kind of stuff. I don't eat them anymore. I'm not advocating these things. But rice girl is a symbol. Doesn't mean that you have to eat rice. Because now you realize that that's very bad for you. I said, what the hell, Paul? Oh, I said, you're my friend. And I sent him video links. He didn't even watch it, damn it. I guess I'm kind of going on different people and different things. But I knew the Patriots were not going to win by 8. I thought they were going to scrape by, but I did not know they were going to get a freaking whipping beating. I'm just saying that, I never got any appreciation or anything. I lost money, time, effort, energy. I have to make the recordings. I don't care that if you thought I was cuckoo crazy or whatever. I was going every week about Patriots, squish the fish. I was doing that, of course. I was making a point that when I met the Pats, when I say I met the Pats, became a Patriot fan because I was married into the mob because of my ex-husband Greg Monk, who I visited from Rhode Island, and New England's always about Yankee Sox and go Patriots and go Red Sox. So I adopted a team, all right? Because I'm Chinese. I did not have a team. I was a blank board. Whoever got to me and brainwashed me. In fact, he was hiding in the bathroom because he wasn't sure. It was, always on shaky ground. I didn't think I was going to get married. I mean, look at me. I've been abandoned since I was 4. That's my fucking excuse, okay? I was not going to get married and be told by a man what to do. But anyways, so long story longer, I became born again, and then therefore, this guilt trip, not the guilt trip, like you really should be in a marriage relationship in order to have sex. You see what I'm saying? So I believe, well, this is the ordinance of God. I mean, everybody go against what God's will is. It's called disobedience. I mean, you can be disobedient, the rebellious against God's design. I don't want to say his rule, because people don't like rules. It just how he designed, like people designed a certain way for your steering wheel, for your car, for example, in the United States to be on the left side, so you know how to use it better. You see what I'm saying? If you install your steering wheel like way in the back seat, they're probably not going to work. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, help me to focus. I know I was having a fit because all of a sudden I got tired. I refused, I really refused to be hooked on drugs because, now I'm vehemently against all these things. I gotta yank my back into the Patriot thing. So I don't care what you think that I was cuckoo nutty, because you go, this cuckoo nutty rice girl going every week. Patriot, I got my hat on. Patriots gonna go squish that fish, the Miami Dolphin sandwich, y'all. Y'all get a bite, y'all. Bill Belichick, doom, 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 dun, dun, dun. It's gonna, call it the Blitz. I don't remember. I have 2 albums, but I got so many of the so-called improvised rap songs, and I even got, I remember Laura Sweet from Boston Herald to crown me. I know it's not a crown, but I'm still, you can still find that page, Rice Girl Blows Her Top, because I was kind of known for that. She crowned me 2007, I guess, when the Patriots going to the Super Bowl, but with a devastating defeat against the Giants, of course. And I was wiped out. I got sick. Like I said, I had to go to the recording studio because I was making the New England Patriots, hallelujah, squish the Giants or whatever, right, in the Super Bowl. I forgot, whatever it was. But the reason why I'm bringing all this up, because nobody gave me credit. I was on the line. I was like, oh God. I mean, I was, not sacrificing any flesh and blood or anything, but it was like that. I was like in sweat and tears and, bowing before the Lord, repenting and everything. Said, just give us a first down, damn it. but nada. Not one ticket, not one thank you. Nobody from the team, from the Patriots. So this is what happened. Pride goes before a fall. You put Bill Belichick and all these folks, yeah, even Tom Brady, up on the pedestal, and guess what? Poof, it's gonna fall. Not that I went against the New England Patriots, but the attitude of the fan should give you a telltale sign. In the opening of the first game, everybody got together. It's like, oh, you will have this big ceremony, all this flags and, you know, blah, blah, boom, 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 all glamorous. I mean, I love it. I think the Lord, yes, the Lord called me to be a Patriots fan. I did not choose the team. No, I believe the team chose me because I really believe that God wants, even though New England itself, the 13 states have become corrupt. They become very liberal, all right? You know, the Kennedys and everybody's like, I know, is on SSI. You know who you are. Even my ex-husband's family, perfectly fine people, but they're on SSI because why? They hear voices and they go to the psychiatrist and they get this certification that they're bona fide crazy. If you're crazy, then you have disability and you know you're on welfare basically. When I see those people, I'm just like going, wow, shit. He's got like nose jewels and stuff like that. That's made out of real diamonds. I mean, how do you get that kind of money? Anyways, yeah, if you get me started, I'm gonna go off on that, but I'm gonna spare you from that. I'm talking about the Patriots, but the spirit thereof. Ooh, at least this part still work. If there's any way I can salvage this, I still want my selfie stick back. See, it still has the elasticity, just like somebody you know got literally elasticity, but. It just broken off. Oh my gosh, my Toshiba just went out. And I got to go like this, and I don't think, oh wait, what? I can't believe I did not have the light. What is wrong with me? And I got to like puff on my hair, went to this gay guy, cut my hair, James. I don't know, I like him, he likes me. But I swear he's gay. You know, because what else they'll be cutting women's hair and then doing such a good job. I don't know. He does not really want to flirt with me that much, but I think it's okay. Because I said I want to have a little swishy thing here. That's after my swim, so my hair kind of looks in. Anyway, so swishy, and swishy. Sushi! I got the sushi hair. A sushi haircut. But I love the fact that, you know, the Muskets, the Minuteman, and we're talking about the Paul Revere's that goes to the stadium. It doesn't matter. I think the spirit of the Patriots when they're 1-15, you know, remember that they were plowing the snow, the snow bowl, right, to move the snow out of the way for the kicker. You see what I'm saying? That's like, it's not, you know, I'm talking about like when Adam Vinatieri and the Raiders, that miracle year, and people were talking about the snow bowl. You know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, that the spirit of the so-called the patriotic, the Paul Revere's, and you know, because you've seen these old guys with muskets and they go poof, poof, fill the stadium with smoke, and also the patriotic spirit. That is what keeps me going, and that's what keeps the fans going. Not some morons. If they do not want to salute or even stand, if they protest the anthem, immediately they should be escorted out the stadium. You have the right to protest, but not when you're playing for the NFL. You understand? You have to take that stand. It's not politics. Don't let politics dominate what people are paying for. And I'm just saying, I'm boycotting this year. That's it. I told DirecTV, I say, shut it down. Shut it down. Oh, okay. So what I'm saying is, what pissed me off is I start videoing just with my phone, right? You know, you face the TV set, like, oh, okay, the first down, like, not first down, like, the Chiefs guy, Hughes, or whoever that's supposed to be this incredible rookie, fumble on the first play, and everybody go, ha, this is gonna be a blowout, whatever. But then things turn sour, because that guy came back. It just shows that, wow, I did not like the way I sound, like more like a duck, but I can't help it. I'm like, it shows you. Alright, so I'm going to try to soften it a little bit. It shows you that the Chiefs actually have more heart. And I don't want to dissect everything, but I told you before you could go back. Roll the tape. I had the yellow thing on. I know. Alright, so you go, oh, why am I showing it off or whatever? I'm at war with Google. I'm saying that Google and YouTube, these are monopolies. They dominate the search engines. They're hiding their money offshore. And, you know, with this Harvey storm and the $8 billion, and these people, they're so liberal, they want to shut me down. They're stealing, like, you know, hundreds of dollars from me. Seriously, because this so-called ads, or they're running ads and stuff like that, but then confiscating my money and have no say, whatever. So I'm at war. All right. Yes, you ought to be at war too. With who? With the devil. So anyway, so these people are very sneaky. They try to trick. I'm talking about Google, YouTube. They try to trick so-called the content providers. When you upload your videos, you become a content provider. Even it could be shitty, but they may be getting 1 or 2 views. And then you're tempted to click on monetization, so it gives you, like, you know, 500 pages long of agreement. So you just scroll down and say, I agree, right? And you click yes. It does. So you are not aware that they can confiscate your money at any point. Which is good, you know, in essence, because a lot of people are so afraid to offend them. You know, I don't give a shit. Now, I don't give a shit about New England Patriots anymore, because what I believe is that, you know, you got to give credit to whom credit is due. And, you know, when this empire got to be so big, mark my word, it's going to fall. They never gave me credit. I mean, I used to poll for them, you know, really prayed until I was sweating and everything, like begging God for, you know, 10,000 different trade-offs or whatever. Like I said, repented and begged the Lord for that field goal, incredible field goal, so-called the Snow Bowl, to get it. It was unbelievable, 46-yarder that Adam Vinatieri was able to kick it in a perfect storm when it's blizzarding. And if you tell me it wasn't a miracle, I mean, not that I take credit or whatever, but I'm just saying, not one thank you, nada. So I'm sick and tired of it. I'm fed up. You know, I'm still for the team. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna like move to Houston or whatever, even though I like Texas better. That's besides the point, and I'm not with my ex-husband anymore, so what's the point? The point is I'm trying to be loyal, all right? And I want you to understand, but I said I could not take, and I did not take the Patriots giving 8 points. If you understand how it works, it's when you take a game, they give you, so-called they, meaning like Vegas, the house, they will give your team, usually it's a 3-point if you're at home. You see, so at least that's 3 points. They think that's good for. But if they think, of course, your team can score more, now they factor in the thing. Julian Edelman is out of the game. He's got an ACL and, you know, all this kind of stuff. But they still want to just, I guess, it's 8 points. They want to play safe because they think that New England should easily win by 8 points. And then the over under, it's 47.5. So I took the over because they also figure that Patriots defense are not that together, and I hate to say it, with Dante, the loss of Dante, I'm just going to be very straightforward. This season, I know I hate to go, but I do have to go, because I don't want to offend anyone. I'll come to help myself. Dante Hightower is out, and for even the very first game, and that is a killer. Why? Why is it killer? Because Edelman, and honestly, when they double Gronk, especially that that he's such a target, even from the referees. So you have that strike against you. You know why the referees don't like Gronk? Because Roger Goodell. So we have this war with Roger Goodell, and the referee can call back a perfectly fine touchdown. That's worth 6-7 points, because the point after. So, with that little bit of tilting from the refs and Roger Goodell hating us and the New England Patriots, basically we're screwed, okay? I just want you to know that. We're screwed. That's not a good thing. And also, I have a word for so-called friend, which I don't think that's too cool. Lawrence Parker sent me a script. But then I thought he wanted to watch the game or at the bar or something, like he go, yeah. But he really wanted me to read his script. There's nothing wrong with that. It just, I just thought it was not fair to say, okay, on the Thursday, you're going to, I did say, meet me at the gym and we can go watch it at the bar. I don't know what their situation is. I'm not going to question people and call them liars. But I think people should have the decency. This is my thinking now. Right or wrong, it's moot. It doesn't matter. But at least have the decency. If you really had no intention, like if I had no intention to go out with somebody, right? I will try to make an excuse beforehand. So I will free them on that day to make other plans. You see what I'm saying? I could have met my other friend Paul and say, well, let's go watch it at Oyster House or the Black Market or whatever. So this is, I'm not saying this is a rant. I'm just saying I need help to give me insight. Do I deserve to get a little, not angry, but just go, well, certainly I feel deceived somewhat, but maybe people don't want to hurt my feelings. They just have a different agenda or whatever. I don't know why, because I have no money to fund other people's script. I can't even fund my script, which is the ghost cat, and also I have knock on wood or something. It's like a cheapy horror. So maybe the Lord really doesn't want me to produce that cheapy horror anyways, because instead I think I've got to hold my ground instead of succumbing to what the world tells me that I ought to do. Like, you ought to go with the horror genre because it's cheap to make an easy sell, but you can sell your soul. So with that said, okay, I know I wasn't gonna talk forever or whatever. I just I wanted to go to the beach. I do want to go to the beach, and because the salt water is so good, oxygenating. I got a gear for Regenix in Colorado, and I told my friend Paul yesterday. I don't know why I'm not airing dirty laundry or whatever. I try to help them out, but I also, you understand, I'm fragile. I'm easily persuaded because I had a not a raunchy past, or I don't know if that's the right word to say, a shaky beginning, like abandonment issue or whatever. So I have to be very focused, like putting on, how the blinders, the horses got to put on a blinder because you're distracted in so many different ways. So I'm getting geared up to go back to Colorado. The reason why I'm waving the stick, because it makes me look cool, like I know what I'm doing. Like, yeah, we got this, the blue Cheryl Ling. I know I kind of look at myself. This is disgusting. Okay, so maybe I'll put this up on the air, or maybe not. I don't know. But what I was gonna say is, you know, you got to kick the sugar habit. When I say sugar habit, it's glucose. Glucose in the form of many things. Things they put in your yogurt. If you read the label, it's really full of this so-called sugar, glucose, or whatever. I'm sorry, I have to move this, so excuse me. I don't know. I don't know why I have to move it. Because that backlight was getting to be a little distracting when I was talking about the blinders, since I'm going to Colorado, so I need to put on the blinders. But okay, what I really want to do is to pray, because I saw like some liberal actress, or you know, Jennifer Lawrence or whatever, and these people are deceived by the enemy because they hate Donald Trump. Donald Trump is just a human being. In fact, he can't do anything right. It seemed like now that we're mad, because he seemed like he's waffling on the stock on heads, like, oh, a good meeting with Schumer. I'm mad. Schumer? Are you kidding me? You're having meeting with the devil? You know, Satan himself? Give me a break. Like, you know, he really enjoyed it and raised the debt ceiling. That means, you know what it means? It means foreclosure for your home. Seriously. You can't borrow, until they won't loan you any more money because you can't pay back the interest, you see, in your household. Just because you said, oh yeah, we want these so-called dreamers that come into our house. Of course they want to come in your house. They want to come in our house, eat our food, and you have to realize that they know there's such a big behemoth of social welfare system, so all they have to do is try to get in. That's why they're breaking their backs or necks to try to get in here. Again, go back to the chicklet analogy. I was telling you, went to Mexico, little kid, want to buy a little chicklet, only $1 and the Mexican door, the guy says, don't give him anything, because if you give him one, watch it. I just out of curiosity, I try it, right? He said, you know, thousands of them are going to come after you, which is true. You give them one for the chicklet, so, oh, so cute, or whatever, like little kids, and then 10,000 of them start jumping on your back and then freaking make you run and just throw your wallet. They freaking rob you. Seriously. I'm talking about like even Tijuana, if you go to Ensenada. So, of course, dreamers, they'd be crying because, ooh, they're losing all this free money. And where's that money going to come from? $400 billion. Again, I'm just saying, you know, you want to pay for it? We can't borrow anymore. Donald Trump wants to raise the so-called borrowing ceiling. This is all deception. We're living in a deception. Because if your household cannot handle keep borrowing money and not expecting foreclosure, because they're not going to loan you any more money if you can't pay back the interest. And, the fact is, all the income, the IRS fleecing everybody, and except the cooperative pays the 39%, we don't have middle class anymore. I mean, it's either you're poor, very poor, or rich in California, because middle class are moving out. The damn people that voted Obama and Democrats, they can't afford to live here. They're living a mess. Now we're struggling. Gasoline prices go up, but you can't go anywhere. I mean, life is without enjoyment. So when the illegal passes out or demands treatment on the beach, they shut down the whole fucking beach. All right, Topanga. I happened to take it, and I couldn't believe it. $1 million operation, helicopters and everything for so-called one patron. Who is so-called undocumented. You can't even call it illegal. Illegal is illegal. Aliens, all right? They're not migrants. Migrant immigrants, people waiting in line. Like we get interviews, waiting in line, pay thousands of dollars, and interview by the Immigration INS department. What are we doing here? Blah, blah, blah. How can you support yourself? Blah, blah, blah. You see? not that I'm justified or anything. I mean, you know, my life was not that fortunate. I almost got killed when I first came to the United States. I was on the street, but it was not by design. You see, my mother was a nurse, so it's a whole different story. But anyways, it was in my other videos or whatever. So of course I'm upset. I'm touching up on everything. I'm trying to, you know, I just want to tell you that they want to pay for it $400 billion because there's illegal people here and so-called the dreamers. Of course, your dreams is my nightmare because, you know, that our people, our children, you know, we're neglected. We can't go to school, the same school, and get your kind of special treatment because they hire with our money translators for you, and because you don't understand the thing, so they feed you. And I'm just saying, if you're trying to argue the point by going, oh, there's some dreamer out there in Texas that were helping out Harvey victims. Okay, he can stay. But I'm just saying, not all fucking 800,000, 1 million of them, all right? Because you're setting up examples, and don't give me a hard time about that. And don't you give Donald Trump, and Donald Trump, don't you waffle and try to say, kick it to Congress, we'll revisit this, oh, I'm such a nice guy and worry about freaking re-election and stuff like that. You have to stick to your guns, so to speak. That's why people send, you know, Donald Trump to the White House, not to have him waffle. All right, we don't need no freaking wafflers. We want wafflers, and you know, there's just too many of them. But he's definitely better than Hillary Clinton, because if you had Hillary Clinton, oh my God, then you might as well have ISIS running in a White House right now. Seriously, Huma Abedin. Yeah, definitely part of this so-called Islamic. They all have good words, care, but it's an Islamic Council Brotherhood, Muslim Brotherhood. Don't trust that Brotherhood is for you. Brotherhood is gonna gang up against you. That's their Brotherhood. You understand? With the black mask and everything. So, anyways, tax Google and Microsoft. There are offshore companies that are tax-free right now. Billions of dollars they're hiding. Why are we paying for all this disaster shit? You know what I'm saying? We have to borrow money from China when in fact that, you know, government is not our God. Everybody's looking to government. You should see how much money Red Cross, how much money that voluntary Americans are generous. We donated so much effort, food, energy. They are generous people. But the fact is, people look onto government. There's these, I learned, idolatry. Government is a big idol. And that has to come down because it's a facade. Because you're going to rely on government, it's not going to be there. And it shouldn't be your provider. It's Jehovah. God is your provider. You should look unto the Lord for provision. And so is the also with your healing. The pharmaceutical industry is a behemoth. That's another story. I think I'll save it for another day. I was trying to tell my friend Paul, because their background, I mean, not to beat on like medicine, but this is how they train them, just like the educational system. That's how the liberals train the next generation, is to bring them up saying that America is evil and we're bad people. They're erasing the history and totally brainwashing the children. And that's why, like, you have UC Berkeley, you have people burning down shit. I don't, you know, again, I don't know if that really says that's gonna gain my heart and soul in favor for their cause, which is that they're bullies. So drugs, pharmaceutical that are designed, seriously, I mean, not that doctors are all bad, but this is how they are trained now. Oh, you got this problem, then we cut it off, right? You got a bunion or whatever, they cut things off. Yeah, you got some kind of carpal tunnel, they start slicing the ligaments and everything. But that's not really how we're made. So it's just hard to reprogram our thinking. That's why everything is designed to kill you slowly diabetes, the drugs, they put so much sugar, glucose in your food, diet, drink, GMO. So it doesn't kill you overnight because then they can make money. It's big money, diabetes industry. And there's a drug for everything. There's chemicals for everything, for crying out loud. I hate to say that, Paul. I think, because if you keep taking and not wanting to start change your thinking, not that everybody can, but I'm just saying then this is the downfall. Because you say, oh, I'll take this drug conveniently. I mean, I'm guilty of that too. And that will stop this pain or inflammation, like naproxen, for example. But the fact is, it just suppresses your immune response. If it suppresses the inflammatory, the pain of the nerve, it also suppresses the good cells, which is the immune response. I learned that because I'm going to Colorado, and that's the reason why they said don't take anti-inflammatories, steroids of any sort, anything that contains steroid, even the inhalers. I'm talking about the Voltaren I used to put on my wrist. All that stuff suppress your stem cell, your body's own ability to heal, because you start relying on drugs. Eventually, it kills you slowly. Your kidneys, your livers, you won't be able to produce saliva. It's just, there's going to be one thing after another, and you're going to try to take something else. Oh yeah, sure, farmers are funny. I mean, pharmaceuticals, they're funny now. They're happy, laughing their way to the bank. But that's my advice. I know it's going to be hard to change overnight, but start setting a goal. Like me, I start to set a goal because I too was addicted to glucose. Yes, like, I gotta have my cereal, all that kind of stuff with the Raisin Bran. But then I look at the label, anything processed, it's got sugar, corn syrup. When you see corn syrup, it's like, corn syrup is poison, it's death, all right? Sugar is death. Arnold Schwarzenegger said that. So I was telling this lady, I don't think she hears me. I'm not preaching. Gotta start substituting with good fats. Virgin olive oil, eat an avocado, just eat it raw, for crying out loud. I don't know why people are like, they can't eat an avocado raw. I don't get it. I scoop the coconut oil, raw coconut oil. You can get it for $5 a jar, a whole pound at Trader Joe's. Free advertisement, thank you. No thank you, it's okay on me. So that's, I mean, you can put it in your coffee, but make sure it's organic, and don't put the creamer, because all that processed stuff, sugar, anytime they say they take out the fat, they replace it, because, fat is what tastes good. But in fact, good fat is good for you, but you don't understand it. So, I don't want to say screw you. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. I'm kind of, I gotta go.